Ooh. Here we are, folks. Good afternoon to you. It is the 11th of March and it's 5:30. Yeah, in the afternoon. Yeah, I'm just in the process of doing some mug handling. These are tankards here that are just... I'm in the process of... Some of them are a little bit soft still here. I've had them under plastic, so I'm going to flip them over. Don't forget, flip your pots upside down. As soon as the rims are hard enough for you to do so, you really need to invert them. Okay, so some of them I'm just going to leave as they are because I may not get to them all today now, because time is I've just done a Zoom class with Terry in Philadelphia and we're running out of time today. So, but just to show you, as you know, I do teach not to do any trimming. We don't want to be trimming items like this. All that we need to do is make sure we put a bevel on the corner with our throwing stick when we throw them. Okay, so all of my pots, for the most part anyway, all have a bevel on the base. So that it makes thumbing off really simple. In order to do that, have a banding wheel and take a sponge, just damp your fingers, okay? And then all you need to do is just go around the base of the pot like that. Okay? Put him back on the board. Now you can do it like I'm showing you, which I would recommend if you're not familiar with this. Just do it on a banding wheel like that. Okay, that's all you need to do. There's nothing more to do other than put the handle on. Okay, now I don't always do it like that. I would possibly tend to do it like this. As you see them here on the wear board, I'll do them as they are, just on the wear board like this, you see. Okay, I've just done 4, just like that. Alright, so, right, let's go over to, well, I've got to show you actually some pots. Came out of the kiln and I've some not so very nice things that I'm going to show you, because it's useful to see mistakes, isn't it? Mistakes, Simon? We don't make mistakes. Okay, so let's just apply a few handles here. So bring my water pot over. Are we in the picture? Are we in the picture? Yes, good. Right. Okay, so dip your finger in the water pot, do some scratching there, right where you're going to attach the handle, at that point. Take your handle that you've previously pulled and allow your handles to stiffen off a little bit. Okay, you don't want them sort of freshly pulled to put straight on the pot. You want to let them stiffen a bit. Okay, using my knuckle. Okay, just to broaden the end here of the thick end of the handle. Couple of fingers behind. Take that, apply it to the keyed area, give it a little like that, and now just supporting the handle using my index finger underneath and my thumb across the top. Okay, now being very careful not to let the handle, not to let it fall, okay? Keep it supported, don't let it droop down. Now turn the whole pot like that, dip in your water pot and just freshen up the slightly stiffened handle with a few pulls like this, okay? Just putting a little bit of water on the base there where I'm going to bend that around, okay? All right, now holding it by the end, bring it back to the vertical. This handle is a little bit, I'm going to have to put some water on those handles. They got a little stiffer than I say stiffen them off, but don't let them get too stiff. It's okay, they'll soften up nicely just by doing that. Okay, just leave them like that for a few moments. It's just that the handle doesn't flow nicely if it's a little bit stiff. Okay, roll your finger like that underneath there and just tidy across the top. Okay, eyeball him from above, make sure the handle is not skew with. Okay, just wipe him here. Now take your thumb here and push and smear away, just like that. Little tail. Ooh! Sorry, sound effect. Okay, just tidy that end. It's sort of a bit like a tail of a fish, the tail fin, you see. Okay. Have a look, make sure you're happy with him. Look at him from different angles, you see. Okay, now take your seal. If you don't have a personal seal, don't squeal. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about personal seals until you can confidently throw. I'm just looking at the bottom of this pot. This bottom of this pot, I've got a feeling something happened to it because it's not very cleanly executed, the cut-off. And I remember there was one that I was cutting off the wheel head and something happened. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, it resulted in it not being quite as tidy as it usually is. Yeah, we like to do it and get the bottom of our pots nicely executed, the cut-off. Okay. All right, and there he is. Put him on the wearboard. Put him on a fresh wearboard, I should say. This one over here. Clean, fresh wearboard. And swing the camera around. I'm going to take our yogurt container. After you've done it, after you've done everything, you're now going to just lightly just push that down. Don't exert any extreme force, otherwise it will just split the side of the pot. All you're doing is putting it back to round. Okay? You can leave him there. We will do another. I'll do one more, and then we'll go discuss those pots over there that some things happened we need to get to the bottom of. Okay, so just use your fingernail and some water here to create the slip on the top of the pot. Okay, don't use a separate tool. Don't have a little pot of slip where you're taking your tool, you're doing your scratching, you're taking your slip and you're smearing it in slip. Don't do that. You can do it if you want to. I don't mean to be bossy. You can do it if you want to, but there's a better way, that's all I'm saying. Okay, take your knuckle, hold it in your left hand here, take the knuckle, bash your knuckle into the end of the handle. It makes it go. You see what it does? I haven't got to explain, have I? You can just see what it does. Okay. 2 fingers behind here, and now just like this, gentle. You see what I'm doing? And now a little bit of gentle pressure against your fingers. Okay, and now with your finger underneath, index finger underneath, smear that clay. Now you can lift it up, supporting it, mind, and with your thumb, you see that? Across the top, into the water pot. Give them a few pulls, wipe it there with a bit of water. It just... Okay, we freshened up the handle. Now take it by the end, put the pot back to the vertical, and now let the handle drop. You let it drop in a controlled way, holding it, you see. Lift it a touch if it needs it. Like that. Check him from above. Check him from above and from below, from the side. If the handle is wet here and shiny, slippery, dry a finger and wipe it over once. Okay, because you cannot smear a wet, slippery piece of clay. It has to be a little bit drier. Okay, and now apply pressure there and slide it away like that. Little tail here. Okay. And there he is. Now I've got my seal handy. Apply the seal. Alright. Eyeball the pot. Make sure there are no goofy nail marks or little bits of clay. You know, little bits of clay like that are sort of stuck on the side, so get rid of them. Now's the time to do it. Alright, if you're happy, put him on the wearboard next to his brother. And now we move the yogurt container over there. Okay. Alright, that's handling. You've seen me do that many times. That's just a refresher. I want to talk about some of these. Yeah, so I was here the other day with Owen and we were mixing up some glaze. And I said we need to mix up some more of this glaze. Because we're getting down in the bucket a bit, you know. You see that? The level is getting a bit low, you know, to be able to get enough depth to dip. So I said, okay, so here's the recipe, Owen. Look, we'll mix this up, okay? And I did it with him. I'm not blaming Owen. I did it with him, and we ticked off the ingredients as we always do on a separate piece of paper. We tick off the ingredients as we put them into the bucket. Actually, I'm wondering if what I did with that bit of paper, or maybe I stuck it on my notice board. So yeah, so I don't know which one it was, but we mixed up. I'll just show you this for interest anyway. So as you can see here, that's basically the recipe. Yeah, you see as we put them into the bucket, we tick them each one. We're very meticulous about this. Here's another time when we mixed it up. And again, you see we ticked. As each ingredient goes into the bucket, you tick it. It's because these ingredients look the same. You can't come back later and think, no, where was I after that half-an-hour phone call, you know, you come back and you think, now where was I with this mixing glaze? What was the next ingredient? And you look at it and you think, gosh, I don't know, they all look the same and I can't remember. So that's why we do this ticking business. It's a great system, it works very well. However, I don't know, when we came to one of the ingredients, you saw the colour of that I showed you a moment ago. So the ingredients of this fresh batch, look at it. So I said to Owen, you know, I don't know, I've not encountered this colour of the glaze to be like this usually. It's usually like this. What is going on? And we've been so careful to, you know, as I said. Anyway, usually what I would do is I just combine these glazes together, you see, in one bucket. But I said, I don't trust that. There's something up here, I don't know what it is. But so we didn't mix the two together as one. Anyway, I went ahead, decorated the pots in the usual way. And I'll show you the results. So this is what we were aiming at, you see. That's what we're aiming at. This milky white glaze. And okay, and the decoration looking like that. What did come out though? Put them side by side just so you can see the difference. Well, you see completely different colour, not as shiny. And look at the oxides. Look what the oxides have done. They've all run and gone crazy. So some ingredient that we put into that mixture was not right by any means. I mean, I don't altogether. It's not like I hate it, or you know, it's just like it wasn't what I was expecting. So I was kind of shocked. And now there's some people who love that kind of thing. You know, I'm not going to have any problem selling these. Because people will say, oh, but Simon, I just love that, you know, I love it. You see how it's melted down on the inside there. Something is really radically was. So that is that to report to you. The lesson that we learn here is that we have to be even more meticulous than what we were. And yet I still haven't found the ingredient. One of the ingredients was very grey in colour, and that was the culprit. And I can't find the wretched bucket. I don't know where it's gone. I mean, I keep the dry ingredients in buckets as well, but I don't know. I cannot find it. Okay, enough of that. So that's the lesson to be learned from that. And the other thing I wanted to share with you was on a couple of these pots that came out were seconds. You'll notice here. So this tankard there's nothing wrong with it, except, see that? It came out of the kiln like that. There was some dirt in the clay. Consequently, that happened, and that does happen if you reconstitute clay. You do sometimes get, inevitably, dirt gets into the mix somehow, somewhere along the way, and it can result in blowouts like that. So there's that. So that's a second. Again here with this one, which had the funky glaze, and then you look on the front side here. Look, blowout there right on the front. Man, we did well with seconds on this firing, I'll tell you. And the other thing I was showing you recently was mending those pots, remember, with the vinegar. And it all looked, I had high hopes, but of course in the... yeah, I spoke too soon, didn't I? In the actual firing, when they came out of the kiln, I don't know if it's going to show up here, but can you see down in there where I effected I thought a good repair? In fact, in the actual firing, it had opened out. This was all because I decided, in my wisdom, that I was going to add a little gusset of clay down the bottom here. Trouble is I added it at the wrong time and it got a little bit, I should have done it a bit sooner. Consequently, got that classic cracking going on, you see. So I'm not going to do that anymore. This one is not so bad, but it has a very, very tiny little crack there. Which, you know, I can't send a pot out like that, can I? People look at it and think, well, Simon, the handle's about to fall off. What's going on? Quality control, please, Simon, you know. Oh, yeah, right. So, yeah, so these are just going to have to be... I'll just sell these off for seconds here in the shop or whatever, you know. Half price or 20 bucks instead of 40, whatever. Anyway, it happens. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. Make sure if you're doing anything to a pot, don't leave it too late and you get cracking, because it's not always very satisfactory. These ones are some ones that have just come out just to show you. They're quite nice. These are not seconds, but I'll just show them to you anyway. Just tankards. They're just, you know, not really, just wood ash on the exterior. Just good solid tankard, you know. What could... and this one. I'm actually going to be, I think, until I get this situation sorted out with this glaze, I'm just going to be offering tankards that are celadon like this. That's all I'm going to be doing right now, just doing the celadon tankards, because until I get this business sorted out. So anyway, there it is. So yeah, if you're interested in coming on a workshop, we're doing workshops here. You can come with or without your mask, whatever you want, and we'll be doing practicing. We'll be learning how to throw, put on handles, and roll rims, and make lids, and all sorts of things like that. So come and join us for a workshop. Write to me. Well, you can write to me through the website, Simon Leach Pottery, simonleachpottery.com. Yeah. And write to me there. Contact me. Yeah, we have some pots and some tools up on the website. Get yourself some decent tools. Either make them, or you can get them from me. I make them here. Save you the trouble. Okay, folks. Thanks a lot. Keep practicing. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.